Hero FinCorp presents Young Turks, 14 years.
There is a reason Kunal is smiling a lot today. Kunal, congratulations, by the way. Thanks for sharing the moment with us on Twitter. We wouldn't have found out so soon. So, Kunal, I mean, you've been investing a lot, right? In 2015 especially. You will probably have less time now. And will you see the world differently? More clean tech, more sustainability, or it will be the same things?
So for those who are wondering what he's referring to, I posted a photo of our baby who was born just 5 days ago. So, yeah. Thank you. Quite excited and sleepless. To your question, I think, look, at least from my perspective, it's more to keep why I do angel investing along with Rohit, my partner. It's just to keep our thinking fresh. The most cutting edge entrepreneurship is being done by the entrepreneurs, right? And we can't start living in a silo or a bubble, thinking everything that we are doing is the most cutting edge thing as a company. So we have some principles though in what we will invest, what we will not invest. We mostly, for the most part, invest in marketplaces that are reducing the asymmetry of information between demand and supply. Because India is a country that's been completely ravaged by middlemen over the years. And if you can cut out 1, 2, 3, 4 middlemen in the middle, our economy benefits, people benefit, sellers benefit. So whether it was Ola Cabs or others, that was the principle. I think the other is, of course, just, I want to keep benchmarking our company versus the new entrepreneurs.
Oh, okay.
Right? I don't want us to fall behind in terms of talent quality.
Snapdeal has bought 10 companies, I believe, right, so far. Some large, some like Freecharge, and some small ones for technology and team. How's that worked out? And should we expect to see more from Snapdeal in the next few years?
I feel the best people are going and starting their own companies. And the only way for us to be a really good, long-term, sustainable company is to have a good number of really, really high-quality people. And oftentimes that means you have to bring them in with their companies and with their extended teams. And then give them a larger canvas and a larger role so that their entrepreneurial ambitions also come to fruition. So out of our 12 senior team members, actually 7 or 8 are former entrepreneurs.
Who you acquired?
Yeah. And not a single one has left our company since we acquired them.
Do you sometimes worry that you're now like 7, 8 years old, Snapdeal? Right? E-commerce at least is 5 years old?
Yeah, 4 years, yeah.
4 years old, right? Do you think that, 4 years hence, young startup will come and disrupt you? Do you get that feeling?
I think we will not be killed by our current competitors. If we are going to be killed, we are going to be killed by someone who doesn't exist today. That actually keeps us very paranoid.
Kunal, I think that kind of is a good segue into a point in time where you felt yourself that you may not exist. Tell us about that roller coaster ride. Tell us what happened. And, I think a lot of people out here would kind of want to know, right? If they do get that point in life, how do they move forward?
I think if you haven't seen that in the journey of being an entrepreneur, you haven't seen anything. Back in 2009, I remember we were a small company, but we had to pay 5 lakhs of salaries, and which is more similar to companies in the early stages. We were left with 5 lakhs and, we had to pay 5 lakhs of salaries, and me and Rohit were left with about 5 lakhs in our bank account. That was a moment of truth for us where we could have walked away, or we could have said, let's just go all in, nothing left. We decided to do the latter, and him and I were left with a total of about 25,000 rupees in our bank account. So when a VC would call us and say, come pitch to us, we would say, let's do a Skype. Sometimes you got to show that confidence, and they feel that, okay, these guys must be working on something useful. So there are many such examples, of course, where, heart-wrenching denials from investors or potential partners. But you have to just, you have to steamroll through. You just have to keep going at it.
Ratan Tata investor has become the most popular headline in newspapers these days, Probably less often than Sequoia invest in something or Matrix invest in something. What next can we expect from you? I mean, is this going to be a formal program? Or will it continue? How long? And, are you going to expand the ambit of what you are doing currently?
I have a view that one's personal investments should remain their personal investments. Unfortunately, the media seems to make one's personal idea of investing one's funds an issue of being in the public domain, which is, I think, unfortunate. But that being what it is, I'd have to say that you don't need to ask me, you just need to read it in the media, because they seem to be more interested in letting everybody know other than myself.
Sir, are you going to increase the number of startups, or is there a plan, or is this like, will still be driven by intuition?
Driven by one's view of founder, a view of the excitement that you get from a sector that somebody is in, the level of innovation that strikes you. And if all those things are met, one makes an investment because you're very happy and proud to be a part of it. And if it doesn't, you stay out.
Kunal, I think, you and Rohit obviously have built a very successful business, and I think a lot of entrepreneurs, one of the biggest challenges they face is that do they come in single as a founder? Do they have a co-founder? Is there a group of people who get together? How do you manage the dynamics? How would you kind of look at your journey and then kind of suggest what's the right path?
I didn't have supernatural faith in my abilities that somehow I can do everything. Also, it's about who do you want to do the journey with. Right? Rohit and I were best friends since high school. I could never imagine doing anything business without his partnership. And I think in the early days, while we were great friends, and there's always, people caution entrepreneurs, don't go into business with friends or family or whatever. Doesn't matter. If you get along with a person, you can tolerate each other through thick and thin, it's fine. We had great personal equation in the early days. We had a lot of friction around professional decisions with the company, but we always talked it out. Over a period of time, what happened was we were both strong-willed, strong-minded individuals, opinionated, as entrepreneurs generally are. But even if we go into a room, even today, with two different opinions, when we come out, it will be one opinion, and it won't matter whose opinion it was. And that's what the company will then execute. I think it's very important to have that calibration. It all stems from mutual respect for your co-founder. I don't think there is a smarter person than Rohit that I have met in my life, right? And I don't know what he says about me, but but at least all decisions that require tremendous intellectual horsepower, I just go to him and say, Rohit, can you tell me what we should do? And whatever he says, we apply our minds mutually and we do.
One must not confuse ambition and aggression. You really find out about a person's values when you have a crisis.
Hero Film Corp presents Young Turks, 14 years.